So my presentation is electrons that are excited by an electric field in cyclic voltammetry. Just the middle button. Oh. So cyclic voltammetry, just as a background, is a category of electrochemistry. Is this close enough? No. Sorry, I don't think this is close enough. An electric field is applied using something called a potentiostat, and it increases the energy of the electrons in a molecule until electron transfer becomes favorable. So until the electron is capable of moving from a molecule to an electrode. So you can do this on species such as like molecules and polymers. The flow of electrons is then related to different chemical changes, such as the oxidation or reduction of the species. So this is the equation in MATLAB that was being manipulated to provide the results. So the E0 value is the slope of the electric field being applied, which is what increases the energy of the electrons. And then the variable VV, I believe, is the initial speed of the electron, which is V subtest times 0, because the initial speed of the electron would be 0 before any energy, before any electric field is applied to it. So in the video, you would see this red function here moving as like a wave function from this area of peaks in the graph to this area of peaks. The first one represents the molecule that it's moving from, and then the second one represents the electrode that it's moving to. And so in this scenario, the E0 value would be 0.08 volts, creating a big enough slope in the graph. And then in the next one, you'll see one that's a little bit tighter of a picture, so it looks a little better, but creating a large enough of a slope, meaning that there is enough energy in the electron for it to be favorable for it to move from the molecule to the electrode. Meaning that a reduction or oxidation is, well, in this case, meaning a reduction did occur. So here's the video that was supposed to be in the presentation. And so once it hits the side, so the barriers of the box, it gets really gross, and that's kind of where data collection would stop. Here's the next one. So this is where the applied electric field, so the value of E0 would be 0.001 volts, and anything like 0.001 or less is going to give you this really flat slope, where it's not going to have enough energy to allow the electron to move from the molecule to the electrode, which means that no reaction will occur and no data will be able to be collected. So here you'll see how it moves only over the area that represents the molecule. Then some conclusions to kind of take away from this is that electron transfer can be modeled by a MATLAB code. The transfer can be seen by the function representing the electron, which was that red wave function, moving from the molecule to the electrode, which was represented by the upside down peaks of the bright green function. And then when the applied electric field is great enough, there's a steep enough slope, meaning there's enough applied electric field to increase the energy of the electron for electron transfer to be favorable, meaning a reaction will occur. And that's all.